Hello class 7. Today we will study in physics different forms of energy. Now energy exists in many forms. Okay, there are many kinds of energy that we will discuss today. Now energy is the capacity of a body to move. Okay, if a body has energy it will move. So various forms of energy we have. We have mechanical, we have electrical, we have solar energy, we have nuclear energy, chemical energy, electromagnetic energy. Alright, so these we will discuss in detail today. Starting with mechanical energy. What is mechanical energy? It is the energy that a body has if it is in a given position or if it is moving. If it is moving or it is in a given position, then the body has mechanical energy. Alright, so mechanical energy is of two types. We will discuss it now. Okay, here is the two types of mechanical energy: kinetic energy and potential energy. So just now I said that mechanical energy is the energy that a body has due to its position or whether it is moving. So if it is moving, if a body is moving, then that body has kinetic energy. Anything that is moving has kinetic energy. The blood which is in your veins, which is moving inside your body, that blood also has kinetic energy. The river which is moving, the waters of the river, if it is moving, it has kinetic energy. The water that comes out of your tap, the water that moves from top to bottom, that also has kinetic energy. Bullet when it is fired from a gun, that bullet when it shoots forward, arrow when it is shot forward from a bow, all these have kinetic energy. Next is potential energy. Potential energy is the energy that a body has due to its position of a body. Now what kind of position is I'm talking about here? I'll give one example. For example, you have tir dhanush, bow and arrow. How do you shoot a arrow? How do you shoot an arrow? You place it in the bow. The dhanush is known as bow. You stretch the string of the bow stretches, and then the arrow gets the energy from that stretched bow. So in that position of stretched, you know what is meaning of stretched? I hope you understand what is meaning of stretch. When you pull something, it gets stretched. So when you're pulling the string of the bow gets stretched, and in that position the bow has potential energy. And that potential energy is transferred to the arrow also, because that arrow is in the bow. As soon as you leave the string, the bow tries to come back in its original position, and in that way it produces a force in the string. The string puts that force on the arrow and the arrow shoots forward. But as long as you were holding the string and the bow in it, in that stretched position, in that position the bow and the arrow in it had potential energy. I hope you understand now. To move, that arrow needed energy, isn't it? That energy was supplied by the bow in the stretched position. Similarly, if you take a stone high up in the building, and when you are about to release it, that stone has potential energy in that position. How do you know that the stone has energy? Because as soon as you are going to leave the stone, will the stone stay there only? No, it is going to drop down. And when it is dropping down, it has energy in it. Because any moving body has energy. So, in that high position, the stone has potential energy. You take the stone in a higher building, taller building, more energy will be in it. The higher you go up from the ground, more potential energy is stored in the stone. Alright. So, these are the two forms of mechanical energy: kinetic energy and potential energy. Next, we will discuss about the next form of energy, that is sound energy. Now, when you shout or when you talk, your voice is heard, isn't it? Because the energy that is coming out from the words that you speak travel forward. Now, anything that moves forward needs energy, isn't it? So sound is also moving forward, so sound also has energy in it. You can feel the energy of the sound when you're talking, no, or when you're shouting. You can put your hand near your mouth. You will feel the energy coming out from your mouth when you're talking. So when you're talking, the air in front of you starts vibrating, and that vibration travels forward. Okay, it is like a line. Okay, when you're standing in a ration line, somebody pushes somebody in the line and you're also in that line forward, then that pushing will continue and it will be uh, prolonged further, and if you are standing in that line you will also be pushed forward, isn't it? So somebody from backside, if he pushes in the line, the people in the front also get affected. Similarly, when you are talking, the air in front of you starts vibrating and that vibration goes forward. Just like the disturbance in the line moves forward, the disturbance in the air also moves forward. And so we say sound is also a form of energy. Okay, any medium, solid, liquid or gas, any medium, if it vibrates, it will produce sound. Okay. Next comes chemical energy. Chemical energy is stored in a object. Now, any energy which is stored in an object is also known as potential energy. So, this energy is released when some chemical reaction happens. And when that chemical energy is released, it will be released in the form of heat, in the form of light. Okay, like bursting cracker. When you burst a cracker, that cracker has chemical energy in it. But when it bursts, it produces sound, it produces light, isn't it? So, these chemical energy is present in the object, and when some chemical reaction happens, this chemical energy is released. Now, here some examples have been given. Gasoline, that is petrol and diesel, they have chemical energy in it. And any vehicle needs gasoline, isn't it? Diesel and petrol. When the petrol and diesel they burn, it produces enough energy for the engine to rotate, and when the engine rotates, the vehicle moves forward. Okay. Another example they have in this book is striking a match. When you take a match and strike, it produces fire because that matchstick has chemicals stored in the end of the stick. The next example is combining vinegar and baking soda to form carbon dioxide. Okay, this is one chemical reaction where vinegar, which is a chemical, and a baking soda, it's a powder, when they are mixed, then this gas called carbon dioxide is produced. Okay. Next is electromagnetic energy. Electromagnetic energy, it is the combination of heat and light energy. Light energy, like sound energy, travels out in all directions in waves. Now, these electromagnetic energy travels in the form of waves. You will learn about these forms of energy, that is electromagnetic energy, in higher classes. I am not going to discuss it in detail now. It is there in your book, so I am just reading it out to you. But yes, you will learn about this electromagnetic energy in higher classes. Next is electrical energy. Electricity. Now, electricity is the movement of charges, that is electrons. Now, there are three kinds of charges: electrons, protons, and neutrons. When you study about the structure of atom, whether in chemistry or in physics, you must have already learned some of the structure of atom already in chemistry. There, if you have come across electrons, you know that electron is a negatively charged particle. Now, this negatively charged particle is present in all substances because all substances are made up of atoms, isn't it? So, if these electrons move in an object, then current is produced or electricity is produced. So, when charges move, charges need energy to move. That energy is known as electrical energy. Nuclear energy is the next form of energy. Nuclear energy is produced when a nucleus of an atom bursts open and it releases protons or neutrons. Okay, you will learn about it again in higher classes. When atom is split or when atom bursts, inside the atom there is nucleus. That nucleus has protons and neutrons. When they are liberated from the nucleus, then nuclear energy is formed. Okay, With nuclear energy we build atomic bombs. With nuclear energy we can produce uh, electricity also. We have nuclear submarines. Even the sun which gives us heat and light, no, it is because of nuclear energy. Okay, there is nuclear reaction going in the sun, and that's the reason we get the heat and light coming out from the sun is an infinite source of nuclear energy. And when this nuclear reaction happens in the sun, then heat and light from the sun is emitted. And solar energy is the energy from the sun. Now in today's world, the solar energy is used in so many ways. Earlier only we knew one device which worked on solar energy, that was a solar calculator. But nowadays we have solar watches, we have solar water heater, we have solar panels which produce electricity. Okay, all these use solar energy. Solar energy even can produce electricity nowadays. Okay, with solar energy we have solar cookers which cook food. So nowadays even we are hearing about cars which is going to work on solar energy. If that happens, that will be a wonderful thing, because we know petrol and diesel, they are going to finish, and after that we will have no alternative. So the next alternative is solar energy. Even trains are going to run on solar energy. Already experiments have started, wherein governments of various countries, even in India also, they are making trains which have solar panels on top of it. Okay, when sunlight fall on these solar panels, it will produce enough electricity for the train to move forward. All right, so these are different forms of energy. Starting from mechanical energy, we have discussed mechanical energy is of two types: kinetic and potential energy. Then we discuss sound energy, chemical energy, electromagnetic energy, electrical energy, nuclear energy, and solar energy. Thank you for attending today's class.